I'm opening a spirit gate with my chi, releasing toxic metals and microplastics into the nearest natural body of water. I'm balancing my chakras, storing energy for what looks like it could be an oh-so-called for Christmas miracle. A weekend bender abroad, sipping on endless vodka cranberries, reflecting oh so sweetly upon all the little I love yous.
Activate.
I'm absolutely kicking my feet into the air, rolling in a blanket of suburban bliss. I'm doing trick shots with a paper towel. Here comes the chariot, taking me away to a seductive little place I like to call the Mud Zone.
Interplay with Crag. Ep.2.
I'm a political engineer, a scientist of sorts. I specialize in blackmailing high-profile individuals. This time, I've been sent by the Saudi government. I'd do anything for a chocolate coconut cookie. Who's a hungry little baby? I'm undercover as a refugee seeking asylum. I have no official ID. I've been sent to blur the lines between the shepherd and his flock, the American nationalist and his nationalist identity, seek and destroy, manipulate and accumulate power. Today, I'm meeting with William Hohe, photographer, fashion specialist, archivist, and self-proclaimed radical. Seeds of revolution have been tossed unwittingly against the wind. For whose favor will the wind blow? What sexy little trinkets rattle across the mindscape of this insufferable artist? Where's the line? And does Hohe dare cross it? Which Korg do they crag in this cog of a corporate love hole? Come with Crag. Let's explore this crazy little world we live in.
Oh, shit. Okay. What's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is... That's a good question. I have a lot of ultimate goals. Like for today, I really want to finish my pack of cigarettes. I feel like I need to today. I feel like tacky. If it's tacky to have cigarettes that last longer than a week. Next week, I need to clean my house. But the long-term goal, I want to have something live longer than I do. Whether that be like a day after I die, whether that be 100 years after I die, whether that be like it literally can't be destroyed. I just would like something to live longer than me, I think. I want to have the most lit estate sale of my life. You know, I want everyone to be at my estate sale and be like, why the fuck did he have all this stuff? When I was little, I was really drawn to paint and to like mess from the get-go. Like, I just always loved painting and the texture being emulsed or like part of this just like weird liquid of color. And I would always just like paint with my hands, no brushes in my yard for like hours on end. And I think that really started my interest with just creating something outside of myself. The coming of age for me was realizing like, oh, I have this body and I have this like performance of the self. And I like, that was the first time in my life that I realized like my body moves through this world in like a way that I do and don't have control over. And it wasn't like a control freak thing. It was more of like, if I have this choice to present it any way that I want to, then why not try to shape it into something that I find enjoyable. People focus on the things that are going to make money. People are going to focus on the things that are normal and safe. And like me dipping my feet in plaster and then making like molds of my feet, or like doing paintings that like take up my whole basement, that's not safe. You know, that's not something that like you should like technically be doing, but it's like, that's what helped me escape from this like mindset that I could only do what was fit for someone who looked like me, or someone in this environment of suburbia that was like trying to churn out like cookie cutter white picket fences. For the most part, even if people don't want to admit it, they don't support artists, they don't support rebellious like visual expression. There's this weird need with artists, especially like our age, that you need to create some big statement. And I think if you are trying to make a big statement, you're putting yourself last and you're putting the audience first. And like the audience, as much as they are important to the reception of your work, they receive it. For me, I need to start from within. And so like diaristically, I need to create a world for myself that I allow people to come into. This work is really tackling the act of the impression, what that means in a sculptural context, but also what that means in a queer space, because I feel like what I really wanted to do and what I'm ongoing with this work is trying to take all of these things that go into like the semiotics of a queer conversation and bridging it out of that environment and putting it into this sterile gallery. I just like this questioning where I can just present a question and there's no repercussions for me. I think that's what I like. I feel like sometimes there's outside the art world, I can't present a question without either being offending someone, supporting one side that I don't necessarily support, or making just an uproar. It's like there's this obsession with perfection with artists that I just don't understand and I don't get. And it's like, I feel like I'm taught way too much to do things correctly. And it's like, that is the last thing I want to be taught. Because the people that do things correctly are not the ones that are rich, they're not the ones that are successful, they're not the ones that are famous, they're not the ones that are remembered. The people that get famous are the ones who fucked up more than anybody else. Like, I have a lot of friends being like, you know how to do everything. I know how to do everything because when I wanted to drill a hole in the wall, I took a nail and I nailed it until I got it stuck. You know what I mean? I had no idea what I was doing. And I knew, like, I know how to do darkroom photos because I spent 8 hours covering chemicals until I got a picture. Or I know how to set up audio because it was driving me insane, you know? Like, it's like I was driven to this place of desire to learn it, so much so that I was so obsessed with the idea of succeeding that the failure and the amount of times I failed didn't matter. They have a mirage of their goal, and if they don't achieve that goal, they don't submit it. And it's like the difference between quitting and failing is failing will still submit it, quitters don't go through with hitting the complete button. And it's just like, I don't know, it's so sad. I just get really frustrated with people that are perfectionists because it's half the time it's artists and half the time you're not reaching your full potential because you're so obsessed with this concrete idea of an art piece. That's another thing. Failure goes in line with like your pieces need to be fluid. Purism in art is so dead. Like no one cares if you're making a perfect, realistic oil painting anymore. Like, you're not making me think. I want to be an artist, and because of that, like, my work needs to succeed, obviously. So why would I not fail 1,000 times in undergrad, have the shittiest galleries in the world, have one work, and then submit that, and then I'm good? Like, no one's doing that. And it's like, the minute you get out of here, the stakes go up 1,000%. You have to pay rent, you have taxes to pay, you have all these bills to pay, no one believes in you except yourself, or maybe you don't even believe in yourself. It's just like criminal. I don't know. That's how I feel though.
William, where can people support you?
People can support me at Williams Lenses, WILIAMSLENSES.com. WilliamsLenses.com. It's like me, William, with an apostrophe gone, S, and then LENS, yes, like lenses, like the plural. And then at Williams Lenses on everything else. Instagram is the best place. I haven't posted for 3 months, but I'll get back on that for you. And you only. The viewer behind the camera. Not you, Crag, but everyone else. Yeah. Anything else you want me to answer or no?